Hello, ahoy! Hi there, friends! And today, I'm Handington. Today, I'm looking at a really nice gift my sister got me years ago. I didn't want to put it on my keychain because I didn't want it to get messed up. And then I lost it in a bag with some other stuff that I recently found, which is why I made a couple of videos about some of the stuff that I found, because why not? So this is a cool little keychain over here. You see, it's the stuff, it's Steven Universe, it's the weapons from Steven Universe. So, a couple of things about this, because it seemed like it was really well made. It's the Steven Universe charm keychain. This was back earlier when they were just starting out with some Steven Universe stuff before it got really popular, before other stuff happened. But this was really cool because I love the weapons in the show. So a couple of things. First off, due to the chain itself, the way that it's made, all of the charms are connected to a central single ring. So you hold it up and all of them just end up being a lump together. This is not the best way to design a charm thing. It would have been a little bit better had they taken these separate pieces and put them around the ring, so you could separate it a lot easier. But it's not like it's impossible to separate them. It's not like this was incredibly soldered, carefully shut. You can take some metal pliers, open that up, and then just place all of the things on the key ring itself. Just re-string them on here, which is something that I might actually do just because it's all just a single lump. Now you might be noticing, hey, these are kind of yellow. What is up with this? This is not actually a problem with my lighting, even though, of course, I don't really have the best lighting. No, when I got these back in, is there a date? Let's see. I got these as a gift from my sister for, I think it was my birthday. Steven Universe Metal Charms. It was $10. It was at Cartoon Network, yada, 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 made in China. Oh, look at that. Look at all the older artwork of the gems from, like, season 1 or 2. There's a thing underneath it. It probably has the date. Made in China. Alright. If there's going to be a time when I'm going to care about this, this is the time, so... Come on, long nails. This is why I keep you around. Come on. Come on. No. When people ask what abilities to have from a video game, I want power in Sticker Star to be able to peel off stickers perfectly and be able to reuse them too. Such a dumb power, but that's a thing that happens in the game. It's a power that Mario has in that game. That is a thing I want. I like to try and be delicate and careful. Stickers make that very hard to live up to. Oh my gosh. It's just a barcode. It's a barcode underneath the other barcode. Okay. Anywho. So, back when I got this, the background used to be white. It used to be really nice. It used to look really cool. Pearl's thing here really has suffered the most because you can barely make it out. You can make it out slightly better in person, but on the camera, you basically can't see it. It's just a pile of lumps instead of the really cool little spirals that you can see on her spear here. So that's what the spear used to look like, because it's really cool. I like the way the Pearl spear looks. This is a really cool charm because it's like, oh, cool. It's a charm of Pearl's spear. Oh, all right. That was a slightly better. Okay, you can kind of see that there is still a little bit of a faint outline to it. But man, it got all yellow. This was so much more cheaply made because they didn't have stuff in here that won't run. So it yellowed over time. Rose's shield used to look much more pink and not yellowy and not as super faded. This is actually something in person. Wow. All right. So if Pearl's spear looks worse on camera, but better in person, Rose's shield looks so much better on camera than in person. In person, you basically can't see that spiral. It's basically just a solid pink lump. You can see it so well on the camera. That's wild. All right, on camera, okay. This is so strange. On the camera, you can just see that there's a triangle on the gem, and it looks kind of like slightly changed. The gem looks better in person. Looks more like a gem. You can kind of see the lines a little bit better. This is so weird. This is so weird. This is why that thing happened with the dress. You know, the whole phenomenon with the dress where the way that the camera worked, some things look different to some people. But anyway, yeah, that little spot there with amethyst thing that had been white before, and it just all started to yellow. Everything got way more discolored, and it was just, it's, you wouldn't have found this out, because what happens? Oh, kid ends up buying it, they end up wearing it on a thing, it's like, oh, I guess it was my fault because it was out. This has been in, like, darkness for a few years. For a number of years, and if museums have taught me anything, it's that darkness doesn't make the stuff fade. The darkness ends up keeping the initial color intact, because it's light that makes things fade. So things fade on their own when an inferior quality ink is used. This happened with certain old photos that my grandfather had got. He bought them specifically because he said he bought them from a company that was like, yeah, we're going to use special ink so this way it doesn't fade and everything stays intact. And that was a lie, because it looked super nice for a while, but years later it faded. And the stuff that he got from some other random company ended up being the right stuff that didn't fade, because it was just a better quality thing. So it's a cheaper ink that's used just to racketeer prices. Just to be like, hey, look, this is really high quality stuff, and you'll never know because you'll buy it right away. And in a few years, it starts to wear out. It's kind of fitting for, like, how most people, from what I hear, again, I haven't fully finished the show, but I have heard things. I have heard things from what end up happening. Again, I will still have to see it for myself, but I have heard things. This is kind of a metaphor for the show. Started off really beautiful and amazing, and just kind of started to fade. But still, the fact that it exists ended up being meaningful, and was still pretty cool, so I'm happy that it exists than not. But it could have been better. It could have ended up being better. Because it's just starting to fade. Rose's sword was so cool. I really liked this sword. I like these as cool little chunks. Like, I don't want these to be hurt or anything. I put them in a bag. I lost it for a long time. Yeah. I still remember this is a really cool gift from my sister. So I'm going to keep it. But because this is also a review and unboxing, it's time to unbox this thing. Remove you from your shackles. Let me take off the Handington eyes. Remove you from your shackles. You have been intact for years. What is this? Oh, this is cardboard. Is it cardboard and plastic? Okay, hold on. I can peel it apart. What is this thing made of? Cardboard? Cardboard. It's 3 layers of cardboard that just... Oh, you know what? Yeah, this didn't fade. This stayed perfectly intact. The shiny thing that they used for the logo, for the Steven Universe charm keychain, was better than the product itself. The packaging. This is why I like packaging. The packaging and the paint that they used, this thing is so strong. This thing is like, it's so friggin' strong. This thing, it's hard to bend because the stuff is so strong. But the paint that they used for the actual product faded. But this stayed. The package, the paper. The paper. Again, this wasn't out in, like, sunlight or anything. This was in darkness. In a box. Oh my gosh! Why is this so hard? Why did they put more quality into this thing than the thing itself that you bought the thing for? This is $10 quality packaging. This is not a $10 quality keychain. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. We're entering Darknessville. I'm going to use both hands, try and tear this apart. Okay, it's significantly easier with both hands. Trying to rip something open and getting the right force when you have terrible hand strength like me doesn't quite work. But still, my gosh. Oh, excuse me. Now let's see. I need my pliers. I want to open this thing up because I want the individual keychains because they're all just so squished together. It's amazing because it was like interestingly designed the way that they combine the stuff together. It's like, oh look, those are Garnet's gauntlets and stuff like that, and you have other cool things. It's just so interesting. Also, it's like they have this as a solid material for Garnet's Amethyst's whip, but they don't on the other side. So this part was fine to be solid, but this part wasn't. I don't know what makes what happen. Because it's like, oh, if they had the hole here, it would have broken. But they have the hole here. These two things are... Nope, they're these are conjoined. These are actually conjoined. Oops, gotta focus that better. Those two parts are conjoined. They're not two separate metal things. They could easily split. Like, they didn't just combine this as one solid piece. They made the edge and then just combined the metal right inside there. But you'd think if they wanted to save money, I would have preferred them invest in a slightly better ink than give us this extra white space that makes the pin less cool for Amethyst's whip. You know? Which they kind of... I can understand if they did that more, like with this over here. But really, come on. It was just like, no. Slightly better ink? Nah. What is that? What is that? An extra cent per gallon? No. We should spend the extra 2 cents per gallon of liquid metal to fill in this extra space here. Over time, it's so much better. Yeah, this is good. That's what we should do. From the back, it looks like a machine gun. Just looks like a machine gun from the other side. So, yep, this is the thing. It's still pretty cool though. I just wish that it didn't fade like this. Did it fade because of the darkness? No, it was the inferior quality ink, because I've seen this happen before with similar stuff. So, for any of you who are thinking of buying this thing secondhand and they have one that looks like it's in better condition, see if anybody bought this specific keychain. Oh, let's look at what it says here. What does it say here? Cartoon Network S16? Doesn't even say the year. If anybody owns this specific keychain, go check and then see if your ink faded or if maybe I got defective ink or something like that. Because I don't know. As you can see, I haven't worn it down. There's still a perfect shine. There aren't even little scratches on there. Dang. Because I liked this keychain and I've just lost it for years. It's disappointing to find out. It's not like I can really do much of a review, because by the time you're like, hey, don't buy this keychain, it's not like it's still on the market anyway. They've already discontinued it. So it's like if you find it secondhand and it looks prettier, that could have been an early picture, maybe. Or it's just luckier and I just got the short end of the stick. Who knows? Who knows? But this is my experience with it. And thank you for anybody who has listened through the entire thing. I appreciate it. I appreciate people who listen to my videos talking about stuff. Just because I talk about things and I'm just not like, okay, guys, look at this. Steven Universe keychain. Oh my gosh, it's the thing from the show. Buy it now. You know the YouTubers that I'm talking about, the ones that are just It's just nothing but advertising. I'm the kind of guy who likes to make fun of things that end up having mistakes in them. Even when you buy official quality stuff. And then you wonder why sometimes people will buy fan art stuff from smaller creators like on Etsy, and it's just, or yeah, Etsy things. And it's just like, if you're going to make the official release stuff, you gotta make something to make this stuff last, because this kind of damages your reputation for buying official merchandise to support the official release if you're not making good stuff in the first place. It was $9.50. I would have paid the $10 if I could have gotten the ink that didn't fit. Luckily, I didn't pay it because my sister did as a gift for me, which is very nice. But if I was going to buy this as a gift for someone, I would prefer the extra 50 cents to be like, hey, I want the ink that doesn't fade, please. And it's not even like a planned obsolescence thing where it's just like, oh, well, this is bad, so let me throw it out and buy a new Steven Universe keychain. No. It's obviously just that they used cheaper ink so that they could have gotten a better profit margin. It is sad. It's just really sad that you buy something that you think is a high quality thing from one of these more expensive stores, and you don't get it. You don't end up getting it. I have bought knockoff things that use better ink than official things like this. It's disappointing, and I am dissatisfied with what you have done, people who made this thing. But it's not like there's anything that can really be done about it now, I guess. But this is what happens sometimes when you support the official release, and they just don't care about the consumers. So it's okay. It's okay if you wait a little while, to end up supporting an official thing, because you never know if they'll end up doing worse stuff. I've bought things from Redbubble. I've gotten things as a gift from Redbubble that haven't faded the way this has. And it's astonishing, It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's my eyes. It kind of blends in with the table because it's a similar color palette. Woo! Oh, wait, can you hear me? I know. So something I forget is that when I have my voice closer and farther away from the camera, it ends up. It's not like this is my voice and you can hear me easier, and then this ends up being louder. It's that this is like normal volume, and then this ends up making it way lower. I apologize if I do that. If it happens in the video, I don't normalize the audio. I just upload it straight, because if I cared way more about every single video, I would just go insane. Because I like just being chill and making stuff for fun. Because some videos I edit, and those take forever, and it's just like, I cannot spend all of my time doing this. I have other things that I have to do. No. Again, this is all deliberately planned. There's actually a secret code to the times when I move the stuff away. If you decipher the letters into numbers for the phrases when I'm speaking louder and speaking softer, you'll be able to get a secret ARG. And then also, every single time I move away, it is carefully planned, and I am definitely not scatterbrained. This is all deliberate. It's all deliberate. I am the single greatest, most expensive person to pump money into a YouTube channel. Why am I not a bajillionaire? It's just because it's all into the show, baby. Every single frame. I am basically Citizen Kane in human form. Oh, no, wait, that would be... I was doing a fake, building myself up, but that is a fake self-burn. You don't want to be like Citizen Kane. I meant the movie itself. Oh, no, wait, no, technically that kind of works, because he was super rich, but he was a jerk. Okay, so I am basically Citizen Kane, the person, and the movie, in terms of my production value. See, me keeping my finger on the camera lens for a second there definitely wasn't me looking away at something else while just holding the camera. Nope. And my finger just kind of slipping. That's all deliberate. It's all a meaning. It's all for the manufacturer authenticity. That's the name of the game here at Handington. Every single time I laugh, it's not because of a jovial nature. It's all to fake you into lulled into a false sense of security. Consume, consume. Watch the jingling keys in front of you. Watch them entertain you. Wah!